Hi, welcome to day 3, and actually this is take 3 because my phone keeps ringing. One time it was a telemarketer and I was 8 minutes into the video, and the second time it was my daughter and I was 8 minutes into the video. So hopefully I can get, when I looked at the video, it ended in the exact same place. So now I have 2 cards that are the exact same. So apparently it takes me 8 minutes to get to the same spot. Day 3 of my Holiday 2018 catalog preview. I'm going to show you the Means So Much stamp. And I would say, I feel like I've said this all twice before, because I have. I would venture a guess that this is not at the top of anybody's wish list from the holiday catalog. I like to get these stamps, especially when I have my girls coming over to stamp, because I know that none of them bought this. I will be surprised when they get here on Thursday night if any of them say, yes, I bought this. But I like to make them think outside the box. I like to make some of you think outside the box. And I know I've been messing with your wish list because I've gotten dozens of messages from you between Facebook and YouTube. But this is a fun set, so give it another look. It is a thank you set, and there's no way around it because all of the words are thank you. But there's a heart. And there are some fun backgrounds. And on this card right now, I'm going to use everything but these 2 backgrounds. And I'm going to try to pull these 2 backgrounds into another stamp. Another card. So watch for those. Because these are grungy, these are fun, they're kind of modern. And the whole stamp set's kind of modern. So it's fun. It's a Stamparatus set. So if you've not used the Stamparatus, it's also going to show you that. So let me show you how I came up with the card, because it's one of those ones that's roundabout. It makes me feel sometimes like I'm stamping like you guys. Some of you that don't have everything, because you know I have everything almost. So when I have to do something like this, it makes me feel for some of you. But I wanted to use this ribbon. It is called, I should know now because I've said it twice, it's called the Real Red Satin Mixed Satin Ribbon. And the reason it's called Mixed Satin Ribbon is because it is half grosgrain and half satin. I don't know if you can see it, but when you're done here, hop over to my website, stampinonline.com, and I'll take some still photos, and in those you'll be able to see it. But the top half here is just satin, and the bottom's grosgrain. So it's also kind of a modern feel. So I started with that, and then when you use the Stamparatus, it's best to use ink spots. You don't have to, but it's easier. And because this is going to be at my class, not my class, with my demonstrators on Thursday, and then we are going to do it, if you're a camp girl and you're watching, it's going to be a September camp project. So I like to do easy, and it's just way easier to ink this with the ink spots. So here's how I have my ink spots. I have lots of them because if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, if you're not, go to paperpumpkin.com, because then every month you get ink spots. So these are I should have looked it up because twice I didn't know what they were called, and I still don't know what they're called. They're in the annual catalog. They're like acrylic envelope blah blah blahs. I'll put it on my website. They were a huge hit on my website last November or December. I think it was late November, maybe early November, when I did test tube wine kit things, wine spice, mulling spice kits. But they will hold your ink spots. You can also, sometimes they are in, like they were in the Occasions catalog, where you could buy a set of 4 whenever we have those. Now somebody's texting me. It's my daughter. I can see it. I just told her not to call, so now she's texting, and the messages are flashing up on my screen. But when we offer these, when Stampin' Up! Offers them, either buy them, or you can buy the uninked ones in the catalog and refill them. But then you always have to have the re-inkers. So, but they're great for the Stamparatus. So I've started with the red, and then I had to work with the colors that I do have, because I don't have the uninked ones. I need to get them. Another tip for you, when you use them, is, let's see, because now I've moved my plates because I've done this twice. I'm going to use, when you ink them, this one is, put one under here, the one you're not using, and it offers just the right amount of resistance then, so I can ink up here. So I have marked on my plate, because they're gonna do it, I've marked where they need to lay their cardstock. Our magnets are super, super strong. I'm not gonna show you how I set this up because I've already done it. And I don't wanna move it for Thursday night because I'm getting a little far behind and I have a lot to do to get ready for them to come. So I may come back and do a Facebook Live for you and show you how I set it up. And I'm not going to show you like how to use the Stamparatus all the way. Stampin' Up has some great Stamparatus videos. So if you don't know how to use it, go watch one of theirs. And at some point I'll get a Stamparatus how-to up there. I just don't have one yet. So this is Pool Party. I always stamp first and then put the lid on because on the photopolymer, you know, it pools. Pool Party pools. The other two times I've done Tranquil Tide first, so I didn't get to say it that way. But I just stick the lid on after. So I'm going to take my bone folder and just hold that, lift that up. Then with the Stamparatus, you just pull this part up, switch the plate around, where I have the other one good to go for the girls. Stick that under there so I can ink this side. This is Tranquil Tide. I'm going to see if I can beat my 8-minute time to get to the same spot. Tranquil Tide, flip that over, press that down. It's good for those. You'd think if I do this card enough times, I'd get a little faster. Get my bone folder in there. This just holds it. The magnets are super, super strong. If they get too close together, they will bust. I've seen a couple of girls on Facebook Live where their magnets have busted. So there, I've got those two colors. I'll flip this around then. This one is actually already inked because my phone rang last time right after I'd already inked those, but I'm going to ink them again just to make sure. This is Blackberry Bliss, and I have 2 stamps on this plate. So this is Blackberry Bliss. And this is Bermuda Bay. So sometimes you might feel like you don't have all the colors, and because you don't have all the colors, you can't make things work, but you can. I didn't have, in fact, I don't have, I probably, of current colors, I don't know how many I have. Not all of, not, I need to move this down just a little bit. I didn't have, oh, maybe 15, maybe not even that many, because I have probably 6 old olives and 4 reds of ink spots. But you can work with what you have. Just be adventurous with your color selection. So I've got those 2 on there. Hold that down. Hold a little better because I had to move my magnet. Flip this plate around. And then I've got these ink spots over here. I've got 3 stamps on this last one. I've got Melon Mambo. And on this one, I don't want this one to be super, super melony. So I'm just barely going to tap that on there. And then I've got Flirty Flamingo. And then I've got Lemon Lime Twist. And you can see I haven't even used the red yet because I'm saving that for the heart. And again, this is a little bit. There we go. So we're done with that part of it. Let me just move the Stamparatus out of the way. And then I've got the heart that comes in it. It's just a little heart. I just have a little scrap piece of paper. It looked big enough, hopefully it is. Yeah. Oops, I missed it because I'm not stamping where I can see. Still not stamping where I can see. There we go. I'm going to cut this out. Just fussy cut this. The hearts are easy to fussy cut because us girls have been cutting out hearts since we were in kindergarten. There we go. And then I've got a red card base. Since my bone folder's here, I'll actually use it for what it's meant to be used for. I'm going to pull my Big Shot up. I have got the corrugated embossing folder that is in the holiday catalog. So here's another sneak peek item. I think I want it to go this direction. So you can put it either direction, but I think I'm going to have it go this way. And I'll show you one thing. I ran it through one of the times I did it. I actually ran the stamped part through, and I kind of like it. I went back and forth whether or not to use it with the stamped. Here, I'll show you what I mean. So I ran it through like this, and I kind of like it. And you can kind of like pull it so it's not so corrugated. I was a little undecided on that. And I may work with that later for another design, but I didn't hate it. I just wasn't sure about it. So I'm going to take my ribbon. And if you were going to give this to a guy, I would tie a knot. I'm going to tie a bow just because I like the ribbon. I want people to be able to see it, especially my girls who are making it Thursday. I want, when they take it for their customers, to be able to see it. I want there to be lots of the ribbon to be seen. But the colors on this lend themselves to a guy card. So just tie a knot if you're giving it to a guy. Or just lay the ribbon and put the panel over the top and not have, like you could just put that there and not even have a knot at all. Hope this so my bow's gonna go the right way. You guys don't need to see me tie upside down. I've gotten past the phone call point. I just hate the people that call that, you know, are your friends from a state that you don't have friends in. You know, the random calls that you don't answer. Although I hate worse when they're from your area code, pretending that they're people that you might know, or the numbers that are almost your phone number, but not you. Especially when I'm filming. And I also hate, it takes a long time sometimes to download my longer videos. And if they call in the middle of an upload or like towards the end of an upload, then sometimes it can cut it off. So sometimes literally it can take an hour and a bit for my video to upload to YouTube. And if they call right at the end, then it just kills the whole thing. So sometimes I do them in the middle of the night, which isn't ideal because then I have to finish my website in the morning, which is often why you see my things are done in the morning. I would prefer to do them in the afternoon, but you know, the rush of it. So I'm going to stick this on here. Actually, I think it's probably better to do the corrugated, like put your adhesive on here. But oh well. Because I think it flattens out some of the corrugated stuff. And apparently I did not cut that the right size. Or it's because, I think it's because I did. So here, I'm going to squish it. Because on the other one, I'm sure it's the same size because I cut both of my pieces at the same time. But I think I just flattened it more. So I'm just going to put it on here because I want some of my red to show. And just kind of re-corrugate it back. Well, that's not really working. I would put it back through the Big Shot again, except it's got adhesive on it. There we go, that'll work. At least now I have a little bit of a red border. See, you can make it work. And we're gonna put this on here. Like this. Put my little heart with a mini dimensional. And I've got these little stars, and these are out of the annual catalog. They go with the Twinkle Twinkle bundle. There's the ones that were the more, you get the silver ones in the same packet, and then the ones that are the more pinky iridescent. But because I wanted this to have the option to be for a guy card, I went with the silver. Oops. And you know, I have placed 2 pre-orders, and both times I thought that we have a new tool that helps you pick these things up. Both times I thought I ordered it, and both times I didn't. Okay, so there's that, and then I have one more tip for you. You know, I save all of these. You can tell this one says water, and actually this base has gotten separated from the top because both of these are marked for a Wink of Stella that's gone. This is the Champagne Mist. Shimmer paint that's in the holiday catalog. This is the same color as what comes in here. So it does smear. So I'm going to take this little scrap piece back that I had over here that I messed up my hearts on. But you can paint exactly the same. So this is empty. So you have an empty Wink of Stella, but now you have Wink of Stella down here. So it's going to pick up some of my red paint, so you don't want a lot. So see what I mean? Just clear it off. So you may have an empty Wink of Stella. You couldn't watercolor with it. Some of the techniques that we do with the Wink of Stella, it wouldn't work, but it will spread the Wink of Stella right back on. So there you go. Save your little thingies, your empty tubes. But I can go from green to green and red to red because it is picking up some of the ink. See, it'll rub off some green. So I love to watercolor with the Wink of Stella, so I will still always need new ones because watercoloring with the Wink of Stella, if you follow me, is, you know, one of my very favorite. My very favorite Christmas card ever is on YouTube. It was one of the first videos I ever made. And it was an angel card that I colored, and there's an Italy card too that is my favorite. See, I don't know if you can see that. See when it comes out? Here, I'll just waste some for you. Look, it's Wink of Stella. So this is empty. I don't know how much these are, but that's a whole lot of Wink of Stella in there, folks. So just keep an empty one, and then you can just brush on some Wink of Stella. You don't have to keep buying these. But you can use these. These are kind of the same thing as an empty aqua painter. And you can kind of get some water in there, but it's tedious. So I just buy aqua painters. But I do save these because you can use them for a lot of things. For many, many things. I'm going to show you the other card that I made because this little background thing that I did when I don't put your adhesive on the back of the corrugated. You have now learned from me, because it flattens it out. You do need to put it on the back. I mean, they're pretty similar. It's just that I messed that background up pretty bad. So nobody's gonna want this card. Thanks so much. You mean so much to me, thanks. And here's a crappy card. I won't give that as a thank you card. But here you go. Isn't that pretty? You can use the Stamparatus. And see, you don't need all the colors. You don't need all of the colors because I only had 15 colors to choose from and it had to match red. So I just made it work. It's not colors that you would say, let's mix some Tranquil Tide with some red, but it works. So there you go. That's a good card. Have a good day. Maybe I'll have a video for day 4 of this holiday sneak peek week. I'll see. But I will have a day 5. It may not appear on Thursday. There may be one on Thursday that's for Wednesday. I don't even know what day of the week it is. I think it's just Tuesday. I don't even know what day of the week it is. So have a good day. Bye.